One thing I don't think we talk about enough is preparing our homes for the cold months ahead. You see, everyone loves to talk about spring cleaning. It's joyful, it's exciting, it's the spring. But no one wants to talk about how to get your home ready for those colder months. But we're gonna go there. We're gonna do that in this video. We're gonna talk about pipes, Eavestroughs, windows, drafts, furnaces, air conditioners, all the things. So if you've never quite figured out the things that you need to do to winterize your home, we're gonna cover that right here and right now. And if you don't live somewhere that needs winterization, first, I'm jealous. And second, you probably need some sort of video on monsoon or hurricane preparation, which is something I'm not very well versed in, so I don't want to mislead you. Just a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to the Clean My Space channel and give this video a thumbs up for winter, because going into the colder months, it's a really good time to think about cleaning your dryer vent and your dryer hose, and also checking your dryer vent cover. In order to understand why this is important for you to do at this time of year, I'm gonna explain to you where the air goes. So once it goes through that lint trap, it then goes to the back of your dryer and travels through that elephant trunk looking silver hose to the back or side of your house through the vent cover. And in that process, lint and debris might be carried through with that air. Over time, that hose can get full of debris and dust, and that could be a huge risk for dryer fires. The other challenge with that is that it slows down the efficiency of your dryer. Your dryer has to work harder to vent that air out. So it's costing you more money. Your dryer's gonna take longer to dry, your clothes might not get dry, and it's gonna burn out your dryer's motor faster. Now on the other end, the physical other end, at the vent cover, if you have a broken flap at your vent cover, little critters might find their way in and nestle themselves in your dryer vent hose and make themselves a lovely little cozy space for the winter. So when we talk about doing this maintenance, there are a few parts. First, you want to make sure that your lint trap is clean. Now you can pick up a specialty tool to clean the dryer hose, or you can bring in a professional to do this. And you can also check the exterior vent cover to make sure that all of the flaps are there. And if it's not, it's about an $8 replacement part that you can do yourself. I know we're quite far away from warm weather, but the last thing you want to happen on your first hot day of the year is to have your air conditioner not working. So before the weather gets too cold, here's what we want to do. We want to clean out any debris from the AC unit, whether it's a window unit or a unit that's mounted at the side of your home. You want to pick out any of the leaves, get rid of any of the debris. And in fact, if you notice that there's a lot of buildup in there, you might want to check the manufacturer's instructions to figure out how to clean it. You can also bring in a professional company to take care of that for you. Now, the next thing you want to do is put on a cover. And this is important because you want to prevent any snow or ice damage. You want to prevent any rust. You want to prevent any animals from making your AC their winter holiday home. And you want to prevent any other damage from happening during those colder months that will then affect your AC and make it unable to work effectively once that hot weather kicks in. There's a really easy way to lose money in the colder months, and that is by heating a house that has drafty doors and windows, because cold air is going to constantly flow in, and your heating system will have to compensate for that cold air by kicking in with more heat. That's going to cost more money, and it's just uncomfortable when you're walking through your home and you walk by a door or window and get that blast of cold air. The simple fix, and I mean the real simple fix, is to get some weather stripping, to get some door sweeps, or even to pick up some caulking. And all you need to do is simply fix those drafty doors and windows, and you will notice a huge improvement, not only in how much warmer, cozier, and more comfortable it is to be in your home during those cold, gusty days, but also you'll notice a difference on your heating bill. This might surprise you. I'm not a plumber. That being said, I've spoken to enough people and I've heard enough drama about people's pipes bursting, and I'm not talking figuratively here. Their pipes have frozen and burst because they didn't do this one thing, and that is turning off the taps that connect to your outdoor water supply. You've got your outdoor tap, the one that you hook your hose up to. Within 10 to 15 feet inside your house, there's going to be a water shutoff valve. All you need to do is righty-tighty and then go back outside and let the hose flow. Get all of the water out of the pipes. You've done your job. If you do this right, it should take you under 3 minutes to do. But this is gonna save you thousands of dollars in a potential insurance disaster. Now I know the press has had to stop when I announced that I wasn't a plumber, but I'm gonna blow your mind with something else. I'm also not the person that cleans Eavestroughs. I know, it's so shocking. But the truth is, those need to be cleaned regardless of whether you're the person that does it or not. Someone's gotta do it. Someone's gotta get that ladder out and clean the Eavestroughs from all of the pine needles and leaves and other gunk that's fallen in there. Because here's what happens. The Eavestroughs are designed to run water off the roof of your house. Your roof has a pitch, water drains, it goes to the eaves, goes down the side of your house, and ideally shoots away from your house so that it's not shooting in and causes flooding. However, if that system isn't up to snuff, what ends up happening is those eaves can get full and heavy and they can break. You will not have effective draining of the side of your house. You can get icicles, you can get water damage, roof problems. It's a whole thing. So really the way to solve this is either to get brave and get a ladder and do the job yourself, or you can hire someone to do it for you. But regardless, it's something that needs to be done before the cold weather hits. Just like you want to make sure your air conditioner is working on those warm days, you also want to make sure that your furnace is working on those cold days. So now is the time to go and do a furnace check and also change out that furnace filter. You want to change that filter at least 4 times a year. You can do it more frequently if you have pets at home or if someone who lives in the space has allergies or asthma. It's very easy to change your furnace filter. If you're not sure what kind of filter to buy, just look at the filter that's currently in there, take a photo of it, go to a big box store, pick up the exact same one, yank out the old one, pop in the new one. It should take you no longer than 15 seconds to make the change, but this is going to greatly improve your indoor air quality. And remember, if your furnace filter is clogged, your furnace can't do its full job. The air that you breathe in isn't going to be as clear and as clean, your home is going to be dustier, and your HVAC system will have to work harder. Now, in terms of doing an inspection of your furnace, I know you're not a professional, but just look, listen, and smell. If you see anything that looks off, any spills, any odd colors or rust surrounding your furnace, that could be an indication there's an issue. If something smells off, like a burning smell or a gas smell that's not usually there, that could be an indication there's an issue. And if you hear anything odd, knocking or grinding, or it sounds like something's working a little harder than it should, that's also an indication that you should be making a phone call. You want to get ahead of any furnace issues, because if your furnace goes out on that first cold day, you better be sure 20,000 other people's furnaces are doing the exact same thing, and you're going to be living in a cold home for a few days. Now, this is something that you want to do at the turn of the seasons, and if you forgot to do it at the last turn of the season, you can also do it when the clocks change, and that just happened here. We just fell backward, and that is to check your smoke detectors, your carbon monoxide detectors, and your fire extinguishers to make sure that everything is up to snuff. So when you're checking the first two, you want to test the batteries and make sure that they still work. If they don't, replace them. And for your fire extinguisher, you want to make sure that it hasn't expired. Yes, they have an expiration date. You want to make sure the pin is where it needs to be and that it's easily accessible and everyone in the home knows where to find it. Because we spend so much more time indoors during these colder winter months, we're hosting, we're cranking our heat, we're cooking, we're turning on our fireplaces. These functional alarms and fire extinguishers are even more important for us to check and make sure that they're working, because our safety is really on the line. Look at your winter supply inventory: windshield washer fluid, shovels, winter gloves, salt or gravel, whatever you use to melt snow, and anything else that you might need at home during the colder months. You want to make sure you have that on hand now. You don't want to have to do a mad dash to the store to get it when it's too late. Oh, and if you haven't done so already, book that appointment to change over to your winter tires. So now you know what you need to do to protect your home for the colder months ahead. And that brings me to this week's comment question, which is: are you the kind of person that does winterize your home, or do you just roll the dice and hope for the best? I will tell you, very honestly, for the longest time, I did not winterize my home because I just went on a hope and a prayer. But the older I get, the more people I talk to, the more insurance claims I start to hear about. So I don't want to have to deal with that hassle, and that's why I'm taking this more seriously. So I hope you found this helpful. If you want to subscribe to the Clean My Space channel, you can do so by clicking this button right over here. And if you want to do a fall-winter closet changeover, you can watch this video right over here where I teach you my method on how to do it. It is a really great thing to do as the cold months hit. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.